What's going on, guys? Today's video, we're going to be talking about 4 things that everybody will be able to use to enhance their car, as well as 2 bonus tips that will cost you nothing. So right off the bat, guys, I appreciate y'all watching the videos. Do me a favor, if you haven't already, consider subscribing. Would love to get your input to help better the channel. So in today's world, guys, things are super crazy right now. My heart goes out to literally each and every single one of you that are being affected by the recent happening of events going on worldwide. And I wanted to actually be able to pass along some tips to everybody to try and lift their spirits, be able to get out in the garage and work on their car a little bit. So let's just jump right into it. 4 different things that you guys can do that are going to cost you next to nothing and really enhance your ride. So right off the bat, thing number 1. So spending some time to do some paint correction. So honestly, sometimes less is more. Real clean things sometimes look the best. So spending a little bit of time with a buffer and some buffing compound to go over your car. If you've never done that before, obviously there's a lot of videos on YouTube on to be able to do that, and maybe this is something that we'll actually explore in the future. But guys, maybe you can borrow a buffer from somebody. I know Harbor Freight's got real cheap ones, and then you can get, polishing compounds and buffing compounds, pads from Chemical Guys. They make some great stuff. I personally use a lot of that with very happy results. As far as like a good, cutting compound, 3M makes a really, they actually make a 3-step process, but like their number 1 step process is a real good polishing compound that's going to be able to enhance the look of your paint. And guys, paint can make or break a vehicle. So spending a little bit of time on that can really make a huge difference. And again, not a huge expense that I think will really make a huge impact on your ride. So thing number 2, getting your windows tinted. So obviously we need to stay within our government regulations, but being able to do some window tint, obviously it's going to look better. It's going to stay cooler in the summer months. If you've got pets that you ride around with in the car, think about them too. They'll be riding around in the back seat and the sun's beating on them. Take some time, schedule an appointment when things get better. Go get you some window tint for anywhere from $100 to, $200. You can get your windows tinted, and literally it can make a dramatic impact on your car. So thing number 3 that we can talk about. So a lot of guys obviously like super bright color paint calipers. If you aren't into like the super bright calipers, no worries, you can do a simple black or silver paint. But guys, taking a little bit of time to pull the wheel off, pull the caliper off, or you can leave it in place and just tape everything up. But cleaning everything really good and spending some time to really go in and clean that caliper up, shoot some paint on it, no matter how bright or not bright you want to make it. That can really make a huge difference, especially if you have a wheel design that has big, large windows that shows all that. Also, while you're in there, you can even paint the part of the brake rotor that the pad doesn't ride on, so kind of the middle of the hub kind of out to just where the pad starts touching. Spending a little bit of time to put some paint on that. Guys, a real cheap investment. Literally you can spend $30 in paint and go out there and get some tape and stuff, and with a couple hours of work really make a huge impact for not a whole lot of initial expense. So thing number 3, or actually thing number 4 that I want to talk to you guys about here is going to be spending a little bit of time, if you wanted to wrap some trim. So the trim that goes around the outside of your windows, a lot of newer cars, they have like a brushed finish or a chrome finish. Sometimes that looks good, sometimes it doesn't, just kind of depending on what your personal tastes are. But you can go around and you can wrap all that trim in a gloss black, as well as inside things. A lot of cars have a wood grain. I ain't a fan of that. I think it looks kind of hokey, but if you do have some wood grain and you want to change that on the inside, or maybe it's just like a plain plastic, smooth panel that you just want to spice up a little bit, you can get some like carbon fiber vinyl, some brushed looking vinyl, gloss black, whatever the case may be, whatever suits y'all's needs. buy some and go ahead and wrap any of that exterior or interior trim. Stuff like that can make a gigantic difference. So that's kind of like the 4 things that I wanted to talk to y'all about. That's going to be a little bit of a cost. So 2 bonus tips that should help you guys and really making a huge difference in your ride is going to be, if you've ever seen like a mid-2000 Chevrolet pickup truck and it's got all that frickin' badging on it, the door guards and the emblems and all that, guys, debadging a ride for literally, I think 22 bucks it is that you can go buy a 3M eraser wheel. You can take all of that badging off, and you might even know of somebody who's got a eraser wheel chilling in the toolbox. It's not something you use all the time. So somebody probably has one. They'll probably loan it to you. Guys, debadging your ride, literally less is more sometimes, and that can make a huge impact. So put that on your list of things to do. And then one other tip, isn't necessarily a physical mod that you can do appearance-wise to your car, but it's a great way to brainstorm ideas that you can do to your car for future things, is joining a car club or a Facebook community. Some people are really good with ideas and other people maybe not so much. So being able to join a Facebook group, being able to join a physical car club, guys, literally no expense in that. And it's a great source of ideas that you can kind of figure out what you like, what you don't like, figure out what fits in the budget, especially in today's world, and start putting some of those plans into action. So in the meantime, guys, as always, appreciate you watching. Do me a favor, be on the lookout for some new videos we're going to be dropping. Of course, we're trying to do videos every single day in March. It's been tough, but I want to be committed to you guys to get you guys some good ideas. In the meantime, we'll catch you on the next video.